Orthodox church and religion still exists. That is Rome. Who it is who now leads that community of Eastern Christian Orthodox believers? The answer is Russia. That's the answer. And so when the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wassalam, that you will make an alliance with Rome, he was certainly not talking about a Yankee alliance. Someone should tell that to the Pakistan Armed Forces. He was not talking about an alliance with Britain, or with France, or with Germany, or with Israel. When he spoke about an alliance with Rome, he was referring to an alliance with the Eastern Christian Orthodox Church. And therefore to those who now rule over that community, which is Russia. Russia. And so a Muslim alliance with Russia is anticipated by the Prophet ﷺ, and it will come. How soon this will happen? He also said that you will conquer Constantinople. And what a wonderful army that would be. نِعْمَ هَذَا الْجَيْشِ وَنِعْمَ هَذَا الْأَمِيرُ. What a wonderful army that would be, and what a wonderful Amir that would be who would conquer Constantinople. Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam used the name, in this hadith, he used the name Constantinople. If the Prophet of Allah called it Constantinople, why did you change the name to Istanbul? I know the answer. Because you want to hide this hadith. That's why you change the name to Istanbul. But we should refer to it by the name that Nabi Muhammad ﷺ used, Constantinople. This has to be a conquest of Constantinople in Akhirul Zaman. It cannot be that conquest which took place so many years ago, 100 years ago. This conquest of Constantinople will come, I believe, when the next attempt at a coup d'etat takes place in Turkey. You know, Turkey always have the coup d'etats. But you now have a Muslim government that is attempting to establish Islam and is opposed to Israel in Turkey. And you have an armed forces in Turkey which are supporting Israel. And so you're heading for a showdown. Whenever the effort is made by the armed forces to take over the country and overthrow the government, I think that's the cue for civil war. And the outcome of that civil war is what is prophesied in this hadith, the conquest of Constantinople. When that conquest of Constantinople takes place, NATO will lose Constantinople. NATO will therefore lose its control over the Bosphorus. At this time, Russian ships, Russian submarines, Russian nuclear submarines cannot pass through the Bosphorus to enter into the Mediterranean Sea, because NATO controls them. But once that NATO control is destroyed by that Muslim army, and Constantinople is liberated, and you have an alliance with Russia, as prophesied in the hadith, then the Russian navy can enter into the Mediterranean. The Russian submarines can enter into the Mediterranean from the Black Sea. And then And then the contest with Israel will become a more even-handed contest once you have nuclear-armed submarines in the Mediterranean. I think we're going to have to stop there. I've not answered all the questions, but we'll schedule another day, not this masjid, another masjid inshallah, and we'll attempt to answer the rest of the questions. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.